All right, so retargeting people who've already been to your website or seen your content is the best way to spend your marketing dollars on Facebook. But these shouldn't be just any old ads. There are certain types of ads that I love to use for this reason because of how well they perform. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 most powerful Facebook retargeting ads that you need to try to convert those prospects into customers. In less than 10 minutes, your head's going to be filled with some really great ideas that you can get started on right away. So Facebook gives us the ability to target people who've already engaged with your business, retargeting them with ads meant for people who are already aware of you. You can then run advertising campaigns to target those people who've already shown some interest and convince them to consider you even further. So here are 5 of the most powerful Facebook retargeting ads that you need to try, and let's start right off the top with Carousel Testimonial ads. So one of the best ways of converting any prospect is to show them that you've helped others like them before. But you generally don't want to start out with testimonials in your advertising. That's why they're so genius to use as a retargeting play instead. And while you could run a single testimonial as an ad, there's even more power in numbers. So if you can show 3 testimonials in a carousel format, think of how powerful that could be. Now, these can be image carousels where you show a photo of your customer and a really short soundbite as their headline, or you can actually use a series of testimonial videos for an even bigger impact. So ideally, each testimonial would hit on a different benefit that you bring to your customers, or different problems that you've solved for them. And here's a pro tip for you. Always use a 5-star graphic whenever you're showing testimonials. You can either put 5 stars in as emojis in your headline, or you can actually bake them right into the image or video itself. Next is a carousel ad showing your top 3 benefits. So while we're talking about carousel ads, there's another really smart way to use them for retargeting. You just want to show your big 3 benefits. And whenever I work with a new client, we always put in a lot of time up front into nailing down those top 3 reasons, the benefits that your customers can expect when they work with you or buy from you. These definitely get heavily featured on the website itself, and a carousel ad is the perfect place to put them right in front of people who've already raised their hand with some interest. Now, here's how I like to do it. First, you got to decide on what they are. So try to dig deeper than saying things like, best customer service or competitive pricing. If it's a phrase you've heard before, the people at Facebook likely have heard it as well, and it's going to pretty much fall on deaf ears at that point. So make sure your benefits stand out and are the most important things that your customers would actually want. So once you have your big 3, add them each as a headline, and then give a short sentence of text underneath it to put it in context. So say why this is a benefit or how you deliver it. For instance, if you're an interior designer and one of your benefits is that you save people money on beautiful furniture, tell them how you do that. By passing along your designer insider discount. That can really make the difference between sounding like a tired cliche and then actually thinking, oh, that actually makes sense. Then give each benefit a visual component, either a photo or an icon of some kind. I personally prefer photos on Facebook to icons, and make sure to choose some that'll actually stop the scroll. Go for bright, unusual, or otherwise visually striking images whenever you can. Remember, just because they've been to your website already doesn't mean they're going to stop this time, so you got to make them pay attention. And that goes for pretty much any ad you'll ever create anywhere. Next are objection busting ads. So since we're talking about ads meant for people who've already probably been to your site who haven't actually bought from you yet, they probably have some concerns or hesitations or objections to going with you. And that's exactly what this ad type is meant to get them over. So just to make this actionable, you need to write down a short list of your most common objections. So in other words, what do people tell you or your sales team when they end up turning you down and don't want to work with you? And honestly, before you say price, which is a common one, I want you to dig a little deeper than that. So most people are willing to pay for something, even if it's expensive, if they think it will work. So it's almost always more of a, I don't think this will work for me type objection, or I don't know if I really need this objection. And for people who truly can't afford what you're offering, there isn't really much to say to combat that, and those people probably aren't your customers to begin with. So narrow your list down to your top 3 objections and make a short, and by short I mean less than 60-second video that basically addresses it head on. So just say something like, if you're considering working with me but are still on the fence, I bet I can guess why. You might be thinking, I can probably just do it myself. Well, here's what I want to say about that. Then just state your case and end it with a clear, direct call to action to click through to get the ball rolling. I like to personally use these objection busting ads in groups and run them all at the same time to the same audience. The idea here being that they'll be able to see the one or the ones that resonate with them the most, rather than just seeing potentially one objection buster that they don't really care about over and over again. And the style you do this in is up to you, but honestly, a selfie style direct-to-camera approach is almost always all you need. Next, we have the free offer or coupon. So sometimes the best thing you can do to get someone off the fence and into your business is to just make them an offer they can't refuse. And I'm talking about a free offer or a coupon. So this one's pretty easy, actually. Just think of something that you'd be very comfortable giving away for free or at a deep discount, having a pretty good idea that they'll either be buying other things to offset that price or that it will lead to acquiring a more long-term customer. My favorite example of this is if you're a restaurant, you'd simply just offer a free dessert, knowing that they would probably also order dinner, probably for multiple people. So you're still making money, but that offer of free is a very powerful motivator in the minds of your customers. And I also like to use urgency and scarcity here so that people know they need to act quickly. And one easy way to do it here is to tell them it's this week only. And you're technically honoring that, because what you'll do is you'll set it to only target people who have been to your site in, the past week. And after the week is up, they won't get the ad again unless they visit your site again. Okay, next is the upsell or cross-sell. So retargeting doesn't just mean targeting people who haven't become customers yet. Yes, you can also retarget current and past customers too. But obviously, you don't want to resell them what they already bought. You want to use your ad to cross-promote other services or upsell them into higher levels of service. So start brainstorming about which services or products would be complementary for each other, as well as which would make sense as add-ons to take the results to the next level. Then you need to make custom audiences based on who bought what, and then serve the right ads to the right people, letting them know why this other thing is the perfect addition to what they already have. So the next thing that I want to show you is exactly how I write a highly converting Facebook ad start to finish. So there's a lot that goes into it, but I'm going to break it all down so you can do it too. So this is the piece that's really going to make it work for you. So just click on the link right up here and I'll see you there.